One game to define your legacy. That's exactly where Kevin Durant found himself. Game 3 of the 2018 NBA Finals. In Cleveland, hostile crowd, pressure through the roof. And look, by this point the hate was already built in. People hadn't forgiven him for what he did in 2016. Blew a 3-1 lead to the Warriors, then joined them a few weeks later. He wasn't just switching teams, he joined the exact squad that took him out. And to a lot of people, that was weak, cheap.
You're jumping on the bandwagon, period. He's too great for that, but he could do what he wants. We're not gonna sit up there and say that he can't, because obviously he can.
They didn't care if he won rings, they never gave him credit for it.
And just pulls up and knocks it in, but at the other end, they had to get the 2-for-1, and then
even after he dropped 35 a night in the 2017 finals and walked off the finals MVP, people still looked at him like a sidekick, like the Warriors didn't need him. So now it's 2018, Steph is cold. The Cavs are starting to gain momentum. And KD, he's got one shot to remind everybody who he is. Win this game, and maybe they shut up. Lose it, and the "you joined a super team to hide" talk comes back even louder.
There's plenty of times where my neighborhood could have kept me down, but I just kept going. So how am I weak if I, at the top elite level of my profession, I just chose to play for a different team?
This is the game that saved Kevin Durant's legacy. So let's back it up a bit. Before Game 3, before the rings, let's talk about how we even got here in the first place. 2016 Western Conference Finals. KD and Westbrook had the Warriors on the ropes, up 3-1. One more win, and they're going to the finals. And then they blew it. 3 straight losses. Curry goes off. Klay drops 41 in Game 6. And in Game 7, Golden State finishes the job. OKC's season done. That alone would have been bad enough, but then July rolls around. Free agency. And KD stuns the basketball world. He joins the Warriors, the team that just sent him home. Yeah, that team.
NBA superstar Kevin Durant stunned the sports world yesterday after announcing that he's going to be leaving the Oklahoma City Thunder to join the Golden State Warriors.
I want to thank you, Kevin Durant! I want to thank you for saying this is your home! You hypocrite and liar! You literally just lost to the Warriors! What are you doing? You just lost to them and now you're leaving? Let's go! Rip it! Trash! It's all trash! You're all trash!
The same guys who beat him. Twitter explodes. Fans are burning jerseys. Analysts are calling it the weakest move in NBA history. And honestly, it didn't matter how good he was. It didn't matter how many points he dropped. To the public, the move said everything they needed to hear. He ran from the challenge. He took the easy way out. He joined a 73-win team because he couldn't beat them. And that's the image that stuck. From that point on, KD wasn't just fighting defenders on the court, he was fighting the narrative off of it. Now look, let's be real. Once KD joined the Warriors, they were unbeatable. Like, we all knew it. They had Steph, Klay, Draymond, and now you're adding the most gifted scorer in the league? It was basically a cheat code, and sure enough, they ran through the league. 67 wins, barely broke a sweat. And when the finals came around, KD showed up. He dropped 35 a night on the Cavs, hit that iconic pull-up 3 over LeBron in Game 3. Won Finals MVP, no debate about it. And for most players, that would be it. You win the chip, dominate the finals, get the MVP, case closed. But for KD, it wasn't that simple. People didn't see him as the man. They said he joined a team that already won 73 games. Said he rode their coattails. Said Steph was still the heart of the team. Even if KD was the best player, like KD had the numbers, he had the ring. But the respect still stuck in Oklahoma. To some folks, it was like he borrowed a championship. Even when he balled out, it just didn't feel like he earned it. And deep down, KD knew that. That's why going into year 2 with the Warriors wasn't just about running it back. It was about shutting everybody up. 2018 wasn't like the first run. This time, the Warriors didn't feel invincible. They were still dangerous, don't get it twisted, but the vibe was different. Steph missed 30 games with injuries. Klay had his own issues. Draymond wasn't as sharp. And the bench, not the same. They looked human. And while all that was happening, Houston was on the rise. Harden and CP3 were rolling. They had the best record in the league. And when the playoffs hit, Golden State actually had to fight. In the West Finals, the Rockets had them down 3-2. No joke. They were one win away from knocking the Warriors out. Then CP3 went down. Golden State clawed back. Won Game 6, won Game 7, survived. But it took everything they had, and Steph still wasn't 100%. So now it's the finals again. Cavs versus Warriors. Same matchup, but not the same circumstances. Game 1, LeBron drops 51. The Cavs almost steal it. And if not for JR's brain fart, who knows what happens. Game 2, Golden State bounces back. Steph catches fire. But now it's Game 3, back in Cleveland. Series could be tied in a blink. And this is where things shift. Because on that night, with Steph going ice cold, the Warriors didn't have a safety net. They had Kevin Durant, and they needed him to be him. So here we are, Game 3, Cleveland. Steph's off, like really off. 3 for 16, can't buy a bucket. Klay's not much better. Draymond's out there, but offensively, he's giving you cardio. And Golden State's in a dogfight. The Cavs are playing with desperation. LeBron's doing LeBron things. Kevin Love is actually showing up, and suddenly all eyes are on Durant. This is the moment. And what does KD do? He drops 43 points on the road in the NBA Finals, while the rest of his squad is struggling. 15 of 23 from the field, 6 of 9 from 3, 13 rebounds, 7 assists. Efficient, quiet, deadly. Pull-up jumpers from 30 feet, blow-bys to the rim. One-legged fades with the shot clock winding down. And the best part, he wasn't forcing it. Everything came in a rhythm. He just played chess, and Cleveland couldn't keep up. And then, with the game still hanging in the balance, about 50 seconds left, he gets the switch, brings it up. Same spot as last year, LeBron in front of him. Pull up from the parking lot. Splash. This was it. That was the shot that shut the whole building down. The same dagger, same building, same victim. People were still talking about 2016, still saying he wasn't the guy. Well, that night, he carried a finals game from start to finish. While the other stars faded, he took over. That was KD's night. No Steph rescue. No system carrying him, just him. After that shot, there was nothing left to say. The Cavs had been cooked. The crowd went quiet, and Kevin Durant walked off the court like a man who knew exactly what he just did. That wasn't just 43 points. That was the loudest shut-up in NBA history. Went on to win the series and another chip. A second straight finals MVP earned, not gifted. Not shared, earned. People could argue all they wanted about the move, about the Warriors, about whether it was too easy. But on that night, nobody carried KD. He carried them. And yeah, the headlines talked about the dagger. But real hoop fans, they saw the full 48. The poise, the shot making, the control of the game. Every single quarter. Game 3 wasn't just another win. It was proof. Proof that KD wasn't just along for the ride. He was driving the bus. You can say whatever you want about how Kevin Durant got to Golden State. Say the move was soft. Say the path was easy. Say he didn't earn it the traditional way. But here's the thing. When Steph went cold, when the team looked off, when the pressure shifted squarely onto him, he didn't blink. He didn't fold, he dominated. Game 3 of the 2018 finals wasn't flashy, it wasn't emotional, it wasn't built for a highlight reel. It was just cold, efficient, and undeniable. And in a career full of noise, drama, and debate, that game, that was the quietest mic drop you'll ever see. He didn't ask for your approval, he just gave you the answer. That night in Cleveland wasn't just another finals game. It wasn't just another highlight reel. It was the moment Kevin Durant proved he wasn't just part of the dynasty. He was the damn engine. You can talk narratives, talk loyalty, talk about the team he joined, the one he left. But when the lights were brightest, when Curry went cold, when the series tilted, Durant stepped in and owned it. He didn't ask for the spotlight, he took it. Because on that floor, June 6, 2018, all the noise disappeared, and what was left was the best player in the world.